Hello and welcome. So thank you for taking the time to click on the video and check out the content. My name's Dratlaw44. I'm going to be talking about an Octane rework. Now before I get into that, I did want to take a trip down memory lane back in Season 5 when time to kill was actually reasonable, and of course characters like Wraith were actually really decent. Well, she's decent, but not as. And also things like where the R99 was actually a normal weapon, and it required a little bit more skill to actually get a kill. And you know, let's face it, energy weapons, as I've said before, are a little bit wow. And I did a video about damage numbers, about where they're at, and things like that. And I just watched this clip, and it was just so nice just to see me actually, you know, pulling out the R99 and actually killing someone. But anyway, before I get into the content, do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. Right, okay, so let's get into the Octane rework in just a second there. Now, just something I did want to quickly mention before I did that as well, is that the Mirage finisher is actually quite good at bamboozling people. Worth noting, and it's also I did a finisher video as well. But you can still be shot around walls, sadly, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, right, okay, so basically with the Octane side of things, what I thought of is to do with his passive. So with the passive, Stem should allow him to actually move faster and regen health quicker. It does no damage, but then it does have a small cooldown before you can use it again. Sort of something between maybe 6 to 8 seconds, hard to give the exact. But basically I took that idea from Titanfall 2. So I played Titanfall 2 recently, been playing that with my friend Viper. And Stem is really good in it. You move really quick, you regen health quicker, but you have a cooldown on that, and you can't keep spamming it or anything like that, which is fine. But it's a very, very, very good ability, and it's actually useful. And a big thing is that with Octane at the moment, you know, they gave him kind of like what they call in brackets a buff, which basically was he can now heal while stemming, but you take damage while stemming. It's completely useless. He's not team viable, as we all know, and I definitely, although I think he is an incredibly fun legend to actually play, just like some of the others, his team viability and his usage is probably higher than it should be for what he can do for the team, but realistically he doesn't benefit the team in many ways, and I think that is where it's a real shame. Now this one is kind of more an ability for him, but when of course you hear the other ideas, you'll understand where I'm coming from and how it will change things up. So for his tactical, so basically then his jump pad becomes his tactical rather than his ultimate. It regens, or you know, is usable every 25 seconds. I think 25 seconds, to be honest, is kind of about the right time for pretty much most abilities in the game. I think longer than that, considering the way that this game is now and things, I think that you really do need to be able to use it quite regularly. So I think that is quite a good time. But let me know in your comments below if you think that's too short or too long. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, so basically, he can throw his jump pad down. Teammates can still double jump as per normal, but Octane can do a triple jump, and that'll just allow him to travel a bit further or higher. So it still benefits the team to travel a little bit further here and there, get them out the storm if needed, you know, get higher places. It's not amazing. I mean, the jump pad is still not going to be the most incredible thing, but I think as a tactical, it's got much more viability than it has, of course, when it's just an ultimate. As an ultimate, it's pretty terrible. And whilst the double jump is quite nice, I think it's a nice feature, it doesn't really do anything for you or the team, because, you know, you're jumping too high, you know, you can use it to maybe get to other places, maybe escape, but realistically, I do think and feel it's in a bad place as regards to an ultimate. I think it's very lackluster, and probably one of the most lackluster ultimates in the game at the moment, which is a shame because, like I say, I mean, Octane is a very popular character. He has a lot of charisma, a lot of funny lines, he's interesting. I definitely like the character a lot, and you know, I actually do play Octane here and there, but I don't play him as much as other characters because he just offers nothing to my friends and myself, which is really, really disappointing, and I feel like he needs these rework, really. He needs rework, let's face it, and these are just some ideas. I'd love to hear your ideas down below, of course, for you to sort of say, well, actually, maybe this could work, maybe this could be better. You know, there's always things that maybe Respawn could listen to, and who knows, I mean, maybe they watch these kind of videos and, you know, they might take some ideas on board, maybe they don't, but at the end of the day, that would be pretty awesome. Right, so finally then is the ultimate for him. So if the ult is then activated when Octane and teammates use one of his jump pads, they gain a faster speed and health regen. So in other words, they gain the stem for short duration. So again, for anything between 6 to 8 seconds. Also, they are then able to triple jump during that time. The jump pad I put down as kind of glowing red once activated, so it kind of gives an indication to people that aren't on mic and things like that, because you're going to get teammates that you aren't on mic with or speaking to that otherwise wouldn't know. Now, I sort of like looked at it and I said, well, okay, I put down that it can only be used once within a 20 seconds sort of like timeline. Let me know whether you think once is not enough, or whether it should be used more, or whether you think that once is enough. It's really hard with this one because you don't want to make it too overpowered and put him into sort of, you know, Gibraltar and cool stick status. You kind of want to keep him balanced and a reasonable character without going too overboard, and it's really hard to do that. So, you know, maybe I sort of kind of thought, well, if they, you know, did that and then it wasn't enough, then they could increase it to twice within 20 seconds. You see where I'm coming from as regards to, you know, the duration and what it's giving them as a kind of regards to the abilities for the team and so on. I then put down that the cooldown for Octane's ult, of course, needs to be changed, because again, 90 seconds I think would be enough if it was only able to be used once. If it was twice, then 120 seconds. And again, you've still got things like ultimate accelerants and all those things as well. So yeah, so I mean, like at the moment then, I think that those are the main sort of ideas. Did you agree with any of them? Did you like the concepts, and do you think that would put Octane into a place where he becomes a meta legend? Is there any better ideas that you thought of that would maybe benefit the character and the team more? Because if so, I would absolutely love to hear your comments. You know, I want to discuss ideas. I want every legend to be really good in this game. Although the time to kill, I think, is kind of still a big factor where you're just left going, oh, okay. It takes a lot of practice and kind of dying a lot and things like that to the point where you feel like you're getting better. But anyway, that is pretty much everything for Octane's rework. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you did, drop a like on the video, that would be amazing. If you want to subscribe for future content, I do try and post videos all the time. And remember, of course, to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. I shall see you in the next video. You have a great rest of the day or evening. You take care. See you later. Bye.